Hello, hello. I would like to pay my respects to the spirits of the land where it's a bit overcast today. I was going to do some washing, but I'm not sure now if it's going to rain or not. So, welcome to Tuesday, the 15th of April. And yeah, we still have a Scorpio moon right in the middle, actually. It's at 15, 16 degrees right now. So, we're at that point where we're like, we've had that full moon, we're in the fields straight away. But, the moon is also opposing Hygeia. And you know how much I love Hygeia because it's all about, your health and your well-being. And this moon in Scorpio, that is quite deep and, really, really investigating all of these details. It's bringing up potentially some health awareness, not ramifications, but awareness. In my little notes here, I've written to be aware of, so Hygeia is in Taurus, which is hormone related because it's Venus's sign, and specifically thyroid and, that hormone profile that can also affect your reproductive systems and your bowel as well. So if you're having some issues in those areas, you can make the choice to seek guidance or go make the appointments that are potentially necessary to just investigate further. The moon is also in conjunct Jupiter. All right, so there is a certain amount of, you have the wisdom. All right, so with that deep intuitive moon and the knowing that you have, if there is any resistance to going and getting these things looked after, then just do it. Just go do it. The sun is also in conjunct the south node. So, that place that, it's in Virgo right now. I had to think about that. So, and there's another health orientated sign. All right. So if you are, holding off or just a little bit fearful about finding out something that you might have an inkling about, maybe your body is talking to you and you're like, I don't want to listen. Well, it's time to listen. So yeah. So, that's around lunchtime, so the Hygeia opposition is at 12:30. The moon in conjunct Jupiter is at 1. So, just think and feel about those things that, like you said, your body might be talking, you might have a knowing. Go and address those issues today. All right. So let me just click the buttons and see who's here. I have to figure it out. Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Deb. I was wondering if you were back. Hello, Alicia. Hello, Heather. How are you? No, just less than a month and I'll be back in Tassie. This heat up here is like, oh, that's one thing I'm really looking forward to is the cooler weather in Tassie. I'm adjusting to the convenience of living in Sydney, I swear. So anyway, all right, so let's have a look at the words. Nobody can make the changes you want but yourself. So either lead by example or make the decision that is right for you. And I know it's not as black and white as that, but something must be done. There is a lit wick burning, and try to clarify as many details as you can so misunderstandings don't set things off. All right, so we've got that in Scorpio moon. You can get savage, maybe that tail can come out and sting. And especially if, Mercury is still in Pisces, there's a little bit of confusion. And maybe there's also that adjustment with that moon in Scorpio in conjunct Jupiter in Gemini. All right, because Jupiter doesn't like being in Gemini. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's too flitty, it's too inconsistent and shiny thing. So we want to try and investigate further and just act upon your wisdom. All right, so I will click buttons again and then okay, so pretty much, so that's Sun in conjunct the South Node. It's a very quick transit, so I think that might be that is exact 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. So it is a great time to like I said at the beginning, I just feel like I really need to push this point, and I don't know who it's for. It might be for all of you. All right, now is the time to work on those harder health transits. All right, don't ignore your body. Do some Louise Hay research if you've got an injury, or your body is sort of telling you things in certain areas, because it doesn't lie. All right. Now, also this week, so Mercury moves into Aries tomorrow at around 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. There's going to be some, all right, let's get going. A little bit more of I know what I need to do. I'm going to surge ahead. And then on Friday, oh my God, for all of us Mars people, whether it's, Scorpio or Aries, I know uh, three of you here right now, Aries, all right, or Scorpio. Oh, we're going to get our mojo back. Oh my God, it's going to be so good. I have definitely had enough of Mars in Cancer. So at 2:20 on Friday, Mars is going to move into Leo, and oh, it's going to feel so much better. All right, also, yesterday I know I was like, I don't know when Venus moves, but it's actually the 1st of May. She's going to move back into Aries, all right? So Xena Warrior Princess is going to come back online. So we're going to definitely feel those changes. Now, all those retrogrades are over. Once those shadows are complete, mid-May, like what do we got now? So let's say 2 weeks. Like even the retrogrades are over now, let's give ourselves that time to sort of come out of the fog. Yes, Mercury's moving, Mars is moving, but they're still revisiting somewhere that they've already been. So we're just re-clarifying, and it's the third hit. What are you going to do different from that? We're revisiting somewhere we've already been. How are you going to approach it differently? All right, so let's draw a card. Of course, it's a Scorpio moon, so we've got our Heal Yourself cards by Ina Segal. So, oh, the feels, the feels. All right, which card is going to do the best for everybody today? Oh, this one. This one. Oh, no, this one. Ooh, Jay. Sexuality. Look at that booty. She definitely does squats. So that is card number 4. Actually, what was the other card? Oh my God, that's so funny. Self-love and sexuality are the 2 cards that came out. I did choose this one, but this one was there too. So, self-love and sexuality, anybody? All right. All right, so today I actually have my glasses. All right. All right. So sexuality is a natural part of life. So embrace and enjoy your intimate, sexual, passionate nature, says Scorpio. All right, take the time to explore your sexuality. How do you feel about yourself? Do you feel sexy, attractive, and happy with your body? Or are you judging yourself harshly? You need to let go of any old feelings of hurt, shame, and guilt in relation to your sexuality. If you're in a relationship, you need to bring some romance back and spice things up in order to make sex an incredibly fulfilling, seductive, exhilarating, and orgasmic experience. You need to let go of your defenses and fears of being intimate with your partner. Relinquish control and dive into unguarded, ecstatic, and blissful passion. Be creative, communicate with your lover, and find new and exciting ways to thrill each other. So I love that. And okay, I'm being told to go and have a look at 24 as well. There you go. And take time out to get to know yourself and what works for you in this particular cycle of your life. So how perfect is that for the Scorpio moon? So, maybe some of those hygeia, which is mental health and well-being, and safeguards that we put into place, maybe we've got some, this is Taurus, this self-love. Hygeia is in Taurus, that is self-worth. The moon is in Scorpio, that is sexuality. This is just ridiculously perfect. So, maybe you've got some mental blocks, from all of that. Remember, Mars in Cancer. Mars is a sexually active and provocative sign. Maybe back in the day, that Cancer energy dulled that passion. Maybe sex was seen as a sin or taboo, or, it was just seen as a reproductive act rather than something that was there for pleasure and, and beautiful orgasmic feelings, as the card was saying. So I don't know, maybe that's something that you can investigate today on your own. But anyway, like I said in the words, nobody can make the changes that you know that you want change in but you. All right. So don't be afraid to sit quietly and just explore what your real thoughts around this energy is and challenge the narrative. This is that third hit of all of these planets now going direct. Maybe during this Scorpio moon, this is the little bit of thing that you can investigate about how you feel with your partner and your love. So that's pretty much me. If anybody wants a reading while I'm in Sydney, I've got time. All right, I'm still doing Zooms. I'm back, like I said earlier, in on the 14th of May. Um, but oh my god, I just totally blanked out then. All right, anyway, 9:30. If you're in the coaching group, we are going to have a chat about the ending of the retrogrades. So I hope you all have a fabulous day. And let me just quickly check here to see what's going on. Oh, Leishi, that's a shocked look there. Hope it's not too shocking. But anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. We do still have the Scorpio moon in the morning, and it changes at 12:37 into Sag. So have a fabulous day. Reach out if you need me. Mwah.